do extramural, when the students chose to do extramural, they must already have good motivation. Do you agree or not?
Yes, agree, ma'am. But because this is in the boarding school,
I
Islamic
see.
boarding school, so that's if they have win the competition in my class, they will join competition outside the Islamic boarding school, and they have
Mm,
more motivation to do to
mm,
practice more, ma'am, because
I
they can
see.
out from the Islamic boarding school.
Yeah, they can go out, yeah, visit
Yes,
other schools. Okay. But I think we don't want to highlight that because
yes,
that sends a wrong message. They would
yes,
feel that being in the boarding school is boring. It's so boring. They would like to go out. Yeah, so
yes,
don't say that because that will create a different message for
yes,
people. I think we want to be very careful here. I think you need to still think about what particular innovations you are trying to highlight. Jadi nggak masalah kalau ekstramuralnya nggak masalah, ekstrakurikulernya nggak masalah, lalu for speakingnya nggak masalah, hanya what innovations. So you didn't say it yet in your title. You don't say it. So if it is practice makes perfect, it's not an innovation. That's what we do as a teacher. We provide practices. So think about what is so unique about the innovations you have for the particular Islamic boarding school. So when you think about innovations, everybody listen. You need to think about what problems that is specific in the context where you are teaching, that requires particular solution or particular innovations. That makes it innovative because some contexts are maybe comparable or similar to each other, but some are different. So this particularity of your context is what requires particular response. And the way you respond is what we call innovation because it's different, it's specific to the context, and it includes maybe some uses of, advanced technology or some not so commonly used strategy or practices or techniques gitu ya. Jadi coba dieksplor hal yang memang mau diangkat apa gitu ya.
okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Mbak Hairul. Now, Mbak Arifa, we have computer, we have call. This is call. Okay. You have call and you have autonomy and motivations. You want to do evaluation? Evaluation. Do you want to do evaluation?
Actually, I'm still wondering
Mm-hmm.
what kind of best practice of these articles. So I just want to uh, explore. I actually have been implementing computer assisted language learning in my class.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I just want to
Mm-hmm.
give the, for example, the steps, the strategies to implement this uh, call into
Mm.
language learning activity.
Yeah, okay. I think what I would say here is you you name what particular output or impact after you used this call. It's not only about autonomy and motivations, but it's particular maybe practice in teaching particular skill. So like the one I mentioned to Arifia, what particular skills you were maybe targeting. So in this reference, you have pronunciation, yeah, and then you have, oh, it doesn't say, yeah, but you have pronunciation as the second example you have. So think about, yeah, do you use call for all skill teaching, Mbak?
Um, because in this in one tool that I have been implemented, the students learn various skills like listening and also vocabulary,
Mm,
grammar, pronunciation, and writing.
mm,
So it has various skills to learn,
I
ma'am.
see. But you will not be able to say everything, right? You need to
Uh,
focus. Yes. I think the problem with everybody here is maybe kind of lack of focus. So what you want to focus on? I think
okay.
given the best practice paper usually shorter, we don't want to have to write too many, yeah, for the best practice paper. So be considerate and think about what aspects of your teaching you want to highlight. It doesn't have to, always choose among skills. You can also think about sub skills, or you can think about learners' characteristics in terms of their motivation. There are problems with some strategies of learning or styles of learning, or maybe you are dealing with social and emotional aspects of learning because recently we talked about well-being, yeah, as well. So how can students' well-being be, kept well while they are learning English? Oh, maybe none of you here talks to me. None of you here yet talks about in culture and understanding of culture. Well, I am about to see translanguaging, but not necessarily discusses, culture, identity, teacher identity, learner's identity, and how they, become, someone who are more not only confidence in terms of language learning, but in terms of, their characteristics. Yeah, I think it's okay. You can refer to 4C, 21st century skills, the critical thinking aspects, the creativity, and so on and so on. But above all, your concern is not only on language teaching, it's also how language teaching can empower and can develop the students' development as a human, as a learner, a lifelong learner, for example. Jadi nggak harus ya terjebak hanya, aduh harus mikir kalau nggak listening, speaking, reading, writing, viewing, presenting, nggak gitu ya. Boleh
Yes,
juga kalau misalnya ada aspek identitas kita kan ya. Kan sekarang muatan kurikulum nggak cuma itu kan. Boleh kalau misalnya ada inovasi yang kemudian menurut teman-teman membantu mengembangkan identitas atau tadi aspek-aspek di luar core core bisnis kita ya ELT, tapi juga misalnya developing characteristics-nya atau tadi 21st century skills or whatever, yeah, you want students to have. Even maybe if you are teaching social justice to students, yeah, to also be aware of, inclusive education and tolerance and so on. Why not? Yeah, that's possible. Boleh ya. Jadi biar nggak terjebak hanya tahunya cuman itu aja. Gitu ya. Ini yang
yes, ma'am.
mall
I see.
juga sama. Thank you ya. Ini yang mall juga
Thank you,
sama,
ma'am.
hanya ini lebih spesifik ya. Ada sudah menyebut Google Classroom, ada online micro teaching, so ada learning environment. So, well, Mbak Wanda, integrating Zoom and Google in an English course.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so this is you teaching during COVID?
Yes, ma'am. In
All right.
22.
Well, okay, so now, to be honest, now we are on post-COVID era already. So you need to find, you know, like what it is you want to say by referring back to what happened in the COVID. Did you want to focus on maybe how teachers can improve resilience, or how teachers cope with challenges with shift from offline to online and now have to maybe go back to offline. So what is the point here ya? Because we have to understand sudah post COVID ya. Jangan sampai lalu dikira wah kan ini udah nggak ngebahasin COVID kok masih ngomongin COVID. Jadi you have to find the thread to connect ya. Why we talk about post COVID? Why we talked about COVID when we are now in post COVID? So what do you want to say gitu ya? Maksud kan ya?
Yes,
Nah,
ma'am.
nah ini boleh nanti dipikirkan karena di sini memang ada di COVID, tapi COVID ini juga COVID. Nah, belum ada yang mengatakan post-COVID. What happened? Yeah, what happened post-COVID? Because we are in post-COVID era. Ya, in many journals udah disebut namanya post-COVID. Nah, jangan sampai dikiranya ini udah old, outdated issue gitu ya. Bawa deh ya. Thank
Ma'am.
you. Clear. Color it,
Thank
describe
you,
it.
ma'am.
Okay. Through art base. Okay. So I think nggak usah pakai gini. Langsung aja nih. Art-based activities for teaching descriptive to to young EFL learners. Siapa ya ini?
It's me, ma'am. Diana, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Art-based activities.
Mm-mm. Young EFL learners. Okay. That's okay. So, but this is the clear, but you seem to. So how can we link, color it, describe it with clear? That's something, Kai. Or is it because you are teaching through arts? So while learning arts, they are learning language. Is that what you want to say? Yeah, Mbak Diana.
Yes, ma'am. So this article, I would like to focus on innovative classroom practice for teaching descriptive text to young learners, through art-based activities. So, in this activity, students are asked to color or draw a picture and then write
Mm.
a short description of their artwork using a simple English sentences, right? Ma'am.
Mm. So they have to describe the art. So this is to art students, not necessarily. Yeah, they are kind of young learners. So why
Yes,
they are learning arts?
because this is a young learners, ma'am.
Yeah,
So
but the way you say teaching through arts
yeah.
suggests arts is a subject. They did they did in primary school. So this is a subject, arts as a subject, not only arts. It's not only about activities of coloring, drawing that we do in any classes, but it's about arts class. Is it? Is it about art class?
Actually, ma'am, it's not the subject, ma'am, but
Mm.
the subject is in English, but it's the activity is through art-based activity like that, ma'am. So it's not clear, ma'am.
Yes, that's the point. Because you have to understand what CLIL is. Yeah, CLIL
Oh
is the
yes.
content and language. So you are teaching the content first. Yeah, and while learning the content, students are learning the language. So you are talking about math taught
Oh,
in English. So they are learning the math concepts, but at the same time, they pick up the vocabulary, the way they describe the formula, and then maybe explain the computation or the calculations in English. So those are the language learning, immerse in the learning of the subject. So in my view, it's not describing clearly. Yeah, it's well, maybe TPR, total physical response, something like that. Or yeah, simply um activities. Yeah, coloring, describing as practices. Coba ya. Jadi what's so particular about coloring and describing it is maybe your task, yeah, to explain, but this doesn't sound like a clear activity to me, yeah. But Diana, yeah, think about it again. Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So flip now. Well, um, so why is an issue? Why flip in digital era is an issue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, why is it an issue?
Because it is one of the part of my thesis proposal, ma'am.
Bukan.
Sorry.
I am asking why it is an issue. Ini kan judulnya Flip
Oh, yeah.
Classroom in the Digital Era. Kan ini Mbak mengangkat flip classroom di digital
Yes, ma'am.
era. Berarti kan ketika ini diangkat sebagai sebuah topik kan kita menganggap ini tuh sesuatu gitu ya. sebuah isu, sebuah fenomena,
Yes.
sebuah masalah atau sebuah tantangan. So I'm asking, why is it an issue in the digital era when we use flipped classroom? Why it is a problem?
Yes, ma'am, because as the educator, we should be using the innovation strategy in EFL, ma'am, especially in the digital era, ma'am. So that's why I choose this one. Um, how to, I mean, about teacher reflection or teacher perspective about the using the flipped classroom by their application in their class, like the
Mm,
focus of the obstacle, ma'am.
okay, but this is not a problem actually to have flipped classroom in in digital era, right? It's actually an
Yes.
option right now, right? Because it allows us to, go from offline online or combine the settings ya, the modes gitu kan ya. Jadi ini
Yes, ma'am.
lebih practices ya, their voices ya. Ya enggak?
Yes.
What they feel about the
Ah,
use of flipped
yes.
classroom. Tapi
Yes.
ini di mana ini? Konteksnya apa?
Mm, I'm sorry, ma'am. Excuse me.
Konteksnya apa? Konteks researchnya. Where are you looking at? Where are you examining this?
In that my campus when I bachelor degree, ma'am. That's one of that lecture. That's my purpose.
So is your voices as a student, or is who are the teachers and students you will have to, get the data from?
I will focus on the lecture, ma'am, educator.
So do you have access to the
Yes.
all right. So we are looking at the teachers and students' voices in higher education.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
University lectures and students' voices. Yeah, maybe uh, this is a thesis title, big, large. So you want to maybe uh make it smaller, yeah, for the purpose of article,
Oh,
ya kan?
yes, yes,
For
ma'am.
the
Just
purpose of the article, you have to specify it.
it's sorry, ma'am. It's able to like the single case study, ma'am. It's possible, ma'am.
Yeah, it is possible, but at the same time, you don't want to later use the same title for your thesis and for your paper.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you don't want to use the same title for thesis and
I,
for paper. You want to separate them. You want to change the or rephrase the title a little bit. Yeah,
yes, ma'am. Okay.
thank you.
Okay, thank you,
This
ma'am.
one, Mbak Kiki, can you respond? Yeah, incorporating translation in France, semiotizing in CLIL. So this is CLIL. There's no yet, but it's the contact in higher education, I guess. Mana Mbak Kiki? Are you able to confirm? Kalau enggak apa-apa.
Actually, Mbak Kiki is not here. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, here.
I couldn't hear that. I couldn't hear that. Yeah, but that's okay. Game-based and contextual learning in private English. Yeah, I think it's Mbak Almas sama Mbak siapa tadi? Sorry, Mbak Mutiah ya, yang one on one ya. Berarti mirip ya ini ya. Nah, Mbak Almas is she here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oke, suaranya kecil ya. Nah, ini best practice seperti ini. Sama ya pertanyaan saya, game based and contextual learning. Kenapa contextual? I think we want to be clear with the definition ya. What definition do you have for contextual learning? Yeah, contextual learning, what does it mean? Yeah. I think I am not getting it yet. Yeah. Game based. Okay, play based. Nah, kalau play based, malah saya paham ya. Kalau game based, kan ada particular game ya. Kalau play based, we create playful activities where learners learn languages through playing. Yeah, doing the play.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
And
uh, it was honestly it was while I teach at my private English, and we use the students I use flashcard to learn flashcard for my students to learn like a number or alphabet like that, you know. And also I uh, make my own game like cutting some paper and the students will stick the paper on the object uh, to the object uh, yang ada tulisan di kertasnya gitu nih.
Um, I think we want to be clear, yeah, that we use the terms following literature or concepts by scholars or by experts. So in this example, when you say they are innovation or innovative methods, then you need to claim that this is innovative. In your view, this is innovative because of what? So I mentioned this already ya to Mbak Mutiah di atas tadi ya. So what makes it innovative? What makes your context different from the rest? Yeah, because as I
yeah,
mentioned, one-on-one mode is not an innovation. It is, just like another mode. Yeah, we have classical mode, we have maybe small class mode, we have one-on-one mode. We have tutorial in universities. When I was doing my master's and PhD in Australia, I had tutorial. So I have a lecture, which is a class size, a whole class lecture, and then we have tutorial, which lasts for another 2 hours, straight 2 hours, and we work in a small group activity, only 5 to 10 people with one tutor. So from the big class, we would have smaller classes. So that's tutorial, and then I can make an appointment. I could make an appointment with my academic advisor. So there is a list of academic support staff that we can talk to if we find problems in responding to assignments or exam questions. So that's one-on-one. Yeah, itu adalah one-on-one. So I'll be meeting the staff and I talk to him or her for 30 minutes. Each slot of time will last for 30 minutes. That's called one-on-one. Nah, so itu mode yang umum dilakukan, and that's common in other countries. That's common, ya. Karena kalau di luar negeri, kenapa mahal? Karena pembelajarannya personalized, ya, lebih personalized, mencari kelas yang lebih kecil, lebih kecil, lebih kecil, seperti itu. Kalau di sini, if you say you do this and you do that, I don't mind with that. That's your practice, and I believe some practices will bring good to your students. But at the same time, because you want to present what is innovative about your practice, you need to think about that. Yeah, what makes it particular to your context, what makes it different, why it's called innovative. Yeah, so on and so on. Mungkin begitu ya, kalau Bu Ella boleh suggest, Mbak Almas, nanti talk to Mbak Mutiah ya, because you have similar topics to hers. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I think if I use flashcard without ICT, it can be mentioned it is teaching innovation, teaching innovation
Card without ICD.
without ICT. Yes.
Well, it's
Playing.
yeah. So that's why it could be a simple technique or strategy. So what makes it particular should be the context, your context. Jadi konteks belajarnya itu harus dideskripsikan. Mengapa ini menjadi hal yang particular? Kan ada 4 prinsip ya dari post method ya. Ada particularity. So you are, as a teacher in a post method era, you are encouraged to use your expertise, to use your teacher knowledge, to devise a particular technique that would serve your students best. In that way, your understanding of the particularity of your context of teaching will determine the appropriateness of your language teaching technique choices. Now, in that way, you can call it innovation because you base on your understanding of the problem on the situated problems of your teaching context, and then you describe it, why it is particular, why it is, what do we call it, there are three others, but I forgot. I lost them on top of my head, but you have particularity, and that's what we want to claim as innovation. Ya, boleh ya. Kalau memang nyata-nyatanya konteksnya mengajar itu saja, Ibu Ella. Saya belum punya formal teaching, saya punyanya yang mode yang seperti ini. So, can I use them? Yes, but you need to be very careful in defining what it is. Ya, makanya read examples that Prof. Anita gave you. Nah, beberapa banyak yang formal memang. Kalau saya lihat ya, formal teaching. Tapi barangkali ada yang informal teaching. Nanti think about it ya.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Speaking. Okay, so speaking by Dia. Okay, so I think the issue with Elsa, okay, or metaverse adalah apa? Isunya adalah students have the opportunities to do self-regulated learning, ya kan? So it is improving their capacity to do self-regulated learning or to have autonomy. And then how this could, what do we say, improve students' practice opportunities, ya enggak? Is Randy here? Is Randy here?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm here, ma'am.
Yeah. So you could so you could think about it. This is okay. I just didn't see here. Where is it? Context here.
Actually,
Higher education?
Yeah, actually, I don't have an experience about teaching students with AI, ma'am, but I have short conversations with my friends that they have experience teach the students with AI in English club or in extracurricular, ma'am. But here I write my title here for EFL classroom. Maybe I can conduct a research, make a white, or maybe can share a questionnaire with the senior high school in fase A or F. But I still confused about this title, ma'am.
Yeah, I think, is it in SMA or SMP? You need to write
SMA,
that.
ma'am.
Yeah, in secondary school, EFL. Yes. So I think it's okay if you report somebody else's practice. Yeah, that's what you want to say, right? But it is you, the researcher. Maybe the actor is your friend, your colleague, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But it's you, the researcher. So you need to get data from the teacher. Yeah, that's your job. And then report the teacher's practices. Nah, ini mungkin yang dilakukan Mas Randy bisa menjawab permasalahan yang dimiliki oleh teman-teman yang lain yang mungkin, aduh aku nggak punya praktis yang masih grace yang recent gitu ya. Lalu you can ask a friend who actually has the experience or doing the practice you found or you claim to be innovative, and then you are doing the job as a researcher who reports the practice of somebody else, but you are the one who observes. If you are doing action research, you are the one collaborates with him or her. Do you understand?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's okay, yeah. Just make sure you are doing it. Nah, di sini ada ChatGPT, ada ini. Yeah, okay. I didn't see, however, why it is important. So exploring, it's quite general. So in exploratory study, so it's good to go with the qualitative. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I will
Thank
change
you.
that. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Just rephrase.
Yes, okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that sounds good, Mas Hassan. You are doing full research, so this is part of your thesis.
No, ma'am.
No. So if
Yes.
you are doing this one, so are you targeting teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what are you planning? Is it designed as qualitative or what?
Qualitative, ma'am.
Okay, so you have. All right, so that's a good combination. Yeah, one you have literature review, and then you have the practice. So it's good to understand what the practice is like from the literature reviewed papers. Yeah, so in that way you have good grasp of what happens already, especially because you focus on the rural school. So a good definition of what rural schools really mean should be given, yeah, in the beginning, because you contextual lies already, and what we call here as adaptive strategies for equitable. So the idea is your study about inclusivity at the same time improving equal access, yeah, through the use of digital tools, yeah, which is very timely in the current research in
Yes, ma'am.
ELT. Just maybe it's about later you are setting up the urgency and the context in the introduction. So I can't wait to see that. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Mbak Safira,
Yes, ma'am.
animated videos. YouTube animated videos. Ini misalnya kalau lagu itu kan ada uh, Bass on the Wheel goes round and round. Lalu ada animated videosnya gitu kan.
Yes, ma'am. Something like that.
Okay. Okay, so bringing words to life to support bringing words to life. Okay. Um, so what we perhaps don't want to maybe here get confused with. So you're looking at the YouTube or the videos. I mean, the fact that the YouTube presents you with free, accessible animated videos is one way, right? But I think here is on the fact that this is the videos you are using, right? The videos can be developed by you yourself or can be made available already by YouTube, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so I think the inclusion of YouTube here
Mhm.
is maybe optional, yeah. You don't have to write YouTube.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, if the
It's
videos happen to be broadcast by YouTube, that's just like coincidence because you are using what's available. But think about again the implications. So what's the implication? The implication maybe later the teachers need to be selective of what kind of videos on YouTube they should and should not use. Gitu kan harapannya?
Hmm.
Nah, harapannya begitu. Jadi bisa jadi your study will also explore what types of animated videos that are recommended for teachers to use to improve vocabulary and not all any YouTube videos because that's a concern these days, right? That's a concern because YouTube videos increases not only screen time, but at the same time seems to be the way out, the only way out for teachers who are not, having the skills to develop videos on their own or simply don't have time to develop ones by themselves. Jadi larinya ke YouTube-nya. Nah, saya nggak ingin ini study about YouTube-nya. It's study about the use of video and what type of videos that would be able to improve students' vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
Nah, itu nanti implikasinya harus sampai sana.
Hmm.
Ya, implikasinya harus sampai bagaimana guru select videos from YouTube that not only give them animated videos, but also things that are, relate to the topics and the criteria of a good video media, video-based media. Ya, mungkin begitu ya.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ya, go on, Mas Haikal.
Yes, ma'am.
Oke, di mana ini, Mas? For young learners, for university students?
University students, ma'am.
Okay. Extramural English. Because think about university students and doing extramural. So you need to define this one. All right. So what extramural English in higher level, in higher education level, and why you think about vocabulary acquisition in higher education level.
Yeah, I think there are many students still lack of vocabulary, ma'am.
So do you
So
think it is acquisition or it is development?
or development, ma'am.
Yes, because you associate acquisition, vocabulary acquisitions with young learners, right? Because that's where they, pick up words, acquire new words. If you are adult, like you are right now, I think you have maybe passed the terms of acquisitions, though we cannot tell exactly when we are learning. Are we also acquiring? So there's a very subtle division between acquisition and learning, right? Being formal and informal, systematic and unplanned. And if you want to really say, if you want to really separate acquisition and development, then you need to really find articles that focus on acquisition or development, or articles that combine both. I mean, don't separate both. Yeah, because some scholars do not separate acquisition and development, and they view them as too subtle to observe. But some are really particular and then differentiating them both because, one as the results of formal planned learning, systematic learning, while the others, you know, immersion based, unplanned, natural learning process. And that's why we used to learn about natural comprehensions, right? Natural learning process because we believe in that. Nah, mungkin yang seperti itu diperjelas.
Yes, ma'am.
Kalau contoh di sininya kan lebih ke ekstramuralnya. Kalau di sini Mas ekstramuralnya kan vocabulary-nya. Nah, ini contohnya. Ini apa? Oh, my mistake this one. Nah, kan ada vocabulary development. Yes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
this one. Sweet. Okay. Right. I think you want to just be clear with development or acquisition, yeah, because your context is higher education.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Right. I stopped sharing my screen. What time is it? Do you have a class?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid so. So what we're going to do is I'm giving you now this one. Do it first, and
Yeah.
I'll do the
Token.
yeah, I'll do
Tokennya ya, ma'am. Yes,
Inge.
ma'am.
I'll do the token for the first, what do we say, session later. So right after this, next week, you are ini ya, to write the introduction section. Okay? Gimana?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Nanti
ma'am.
kita buat timeline ya supaya bersepakat kapan untuk di submit. Especially you have to soon propose the targeted journalnya. Journal targetnya mana? Ya, you have to find it yourself and then kindly report it. Yeah, in your maybe edited Google form. I think I made it editable. Mas Edi, please. Is your token already?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, ma'am. Just a simple question. I wanted to ask you, how about if we make a service paper or devotion paper? I mean, like a journal atau artikel pengabdian, ma'am.
Why so? Is it the same? Is it the same? What do we say? The same recognition for your graduation? Because I don't understand yet. Will it be recognized as your publication that will support your graduation as well?
I mean, can we make that article to do this task, ma'am? Bisa kita buat paper pengabdian atau jurnal pengabdian untuk tugas ini mungkin.
Yeah, when I answered you, I need to confirm whether we can recognize your paper pengabdian as, you know, as a requirement, as meeting the requirement of your graduation, yeah, or the requirement for doing exam, ya, kayaknya ya. I'll edit the token. Sorry, I think the time has passed. It's now almost 11. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't realize. So I think I'll put it to 11. Yes. So now it's
Yes, ma'am.
11. Is it 11? It's not yet changed into 11. Let me do it again. This is 11 now. If you do it right now, do you think you can try it again? Ya, gitu Mas Edi. Jadi kalau saya menjawab itu saya harus tahu dulu when you submit it as a pengabdian paper, will that be recognized as a requirement? As meeting the requirement for your exam or for your publication requirements? That's what I haven't checked with my corprodi. Yeah, Bu Lucy. I think we want to check that one first. And anyway, if it is a best practice, then it doesn't fit the outlet, right? Pengabdian will have to be based on a certain proposal that you propose to maybe your research center in your university, and that is based on contextual problems, specific to your university maybe, or the mitra, yeah, partners of your university. So I don't know if everybody here affiliates with universities or maybe institutions. So I heard some of you do one-on-one tutoring. Some of you used to teach, but not now anymore. So I think that will not be applicable to all. So having said that, if you are proposing to submit to a pengabdian journal, then that's a question I'd like to confirm first ya with my korprodi ya, Mas Edi ya. Nanti kalau is it okay Bu if it's okay and I need to ask Prof Anita as well. Gitu ya,
Well, thank
Mas
you.
Edi ya. Okay. Thank you everyone. Sorry for taking your time and good luck. I'll see you next week with your intro. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
We only
ma'am.
Thank
only
you,
one
ma'am.
token, yeah, ma'am. We
I'll
only
do the
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll do the first token based on the presence on your second token.
Okay,
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Yeah.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. See
Thank
you,
you, ma'am.
ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.